folks. I hope everyone had a good weekend with family. And for the learners, I hope my recent video on the liquidity game added value to your understanding of market flows. Now, let's prepare for tomorrow's market. The NDA has secured a majority win in Bihar, right? And this is broadly positive for the existing government and favorable for the FIIs in terms of policies and reformation. But it's not a major trigger for aggressive fresh long position from their side here. So this kind of event act more like fuel, okay, where late shorter may cover quickly exact what we saw in the last 30 minute on Friday session. Okay, so this is a spot or Nifty market profile chart on your screen. So if the price get acceptance about 26,090 in the early session with a gap up, okay, and the day close with a good structure. So I need here good structure plus some follow through. Okay, it can be like short covering or it can be fresh long build up. No, we just need a follow through. So we can aim above 2690 for 26225 area, and beyond that, if the global and the macro asset align in like I mentioned in the liquidity game concept. So if every asset align with it, we can aim for 26,660 area, possibly in the in the base of short covering by the late shorters or by traders sitting on a large profit who may unwind their partial gains. Okay, so we can see some these two references. We will observe how the price will behave 26,225 about 2690, and we can aim for 26,660 area. Okay, in US market, as I already discussed earlier, like the 43-day government shutdown, right? So that already priced in event, you know? So we saw some profit booking there, and in the Friday session in SPX or in the Nasdaq had some short covering to secure a weekly close flat, you know? So overall the structure is still favor the sellers, but a trigger is needed here to go down to get some fresh liquidity, है ना, fresh discovery वहाँ पे हमें देखना पड़ेगा. So we cannot be sure on the macro side. So looking cross asset alignment is key here. Like gold already tested my marked reference of 4040, that is weekly reference. Okay, and crude is stable around 5960. So it's almost like 5 to 6 year base, we can say that. And the yield is steady near $4 right now. So my eye will be on more bond yield from here, because this last quarter can be key for the bond market and for the Fed government, how they will reform or how they will be very selective for the next year. So they will start to accumulate from this month only, like November mid or December start most of the time. Okay, so I will be very track very closely there. So no strong inter market signal right now. So short term में हम क्या करेंगे, we will see how the internal flow react. That's why I mentioned कि about 2690 we can expect the two references there, है ना. So I'm not predicting like 30K चले जाएगा निफ्टी 28, है ना, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. We will move step by step as the macro or the internal flow. Okay, so my trading approach for the tomorrow or in the short term will be same. Light on the light, I will trade lightly on the option buying or minimal weekly writing, and selective swing trades with the tight positions. Okay, not no aggressive play. In the options, I will track the same strike 25,600 call. So here as we marked 458 area on higher side and 247 on the lower side, so both reference already get tested here, right? So tomorrow I will watch how the writers will react uh, around 458 and with how much quantity they will cover. Now that will be more important. So in the pace, we can see 522 and 567 reference. And above that 567 area, no reference needed. Just go with the TSL. Simple. It will favor the buyer for the weekly expiry. Okay. In 26,200 put in last two sessions, that reference of responsive buyer area 294, so that supported the buyers here, and they tested 446 area, that is the strength check zone. So it tested twice in the previous session and closed with some, like we can say, neutral extreme day in this strike, right? So a control below 200 can be a challenge, like we can say writer will take full control and they will try to close with zero in this strike. Now, this is the possibility, so don't take it as a advice. Okay, so like we are in a wider balance right now, so both ends can get stretched. I already highlighted multiple times in last 1.5 year, multiple times. So in what happened on, like on the downside, we marked 23,000 area as key, 23,300 something. So we got a stretch on the downside, market moved towards like 22,600 700 area. So that doesn't mean कि market stretch नहीं कर सकता on the higher side. Yes, we can go and we can call it like new ATH, है ना, because हम वहाँ पे हैं. But that condition is कि we need to see how the liquidity is coming into the market, where the liquidity is shifting. Okay, so it's just not about the equity market here, and that's I covered in the previous video in detail. So I will focus on the day trading opportunities uh, from here. So like this is a mature market right now, you know, one that reward traders more than investors. Okay, so if you learn how to navigate it, you will build a skill in months that usually take decades. Okay, and that can favor you in a long term. Okay, so like these are my observation for tomorrow. So trade the context, guys, and respect the structure and avoid the noise.